videos trying to give people financial advice. This is the worst advice you can ever give people. Keep your vibes high. What does that even mean?
It's your tone, Love Meg. Can you hear me? Hello? It's your tone.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Every single time I come to you now, I'm in different locations, and it's because my bedroom is being currently used, so I can't really. So I'm actually coming to you from the messy confinements of my living room that really needs cleaning. Maybe I should have done this before, but I'm kind of on a really tight schedule. I need to go pick my little one up. I've got groundbreaking revealment. Basically, what I wanted to talk about is I was so curious about lovemeg's website, you know, her latest venture. I needed to find out like what was going on with it. So I paid for the membership to go and basically do like a little bit of perusing, because I was just so intrigued to know. And what sparked off my interest was, I've talked about her before, but I watched YouTuber Headlines video where she was talking about Love Meg being quite combative, which I've already addressed before, these inspirational quotes, and she has a go at people basically continuously on her Instagram.
Do without Love Meg's life advice. What would we do without it? Okay, so here's the thing. I actually agree with what Love Meg is saying here. I think you should defend yourself on your platform, and you should not give a damn what people think. I totally am on point with that. But it's your tone, Love Meg. Can you hear me? Hello? It's your tone. It's your attitude. It's the way you come across that rubs people the wrong way.
I was really intrigued because she said in her video that she had someone reach out to her and was talking about the finance video about holidays. And I was intrigued. I was like, I need to know what is said in this financial video, because it's not the very first time that I've heard that finance video is really quite something else. I haven't got any screenshots from this finance video because, to be honest with you, I'm not really quite sure how that would work. It's behind a paywall. It's a bit like, you know, when people have like OnlyFans. I know this isn't, you know, but when people have things like OnlyFans or anything behind a paywall, you can't just take it and then show it to everyone. You completely, like, this is me being like honest and truthful in what I've seen on her finance video. Someone's got to take one for the team and find out what is going on behind Love Meg's paywall. Let us address a few things. So number one, Love Meg's really catty behaviour on Instagram. We're all well aware of the fact that she can be quite combative. Yeah, she can be quite like catty almost. This isn't even me being mean. It is true. She can be a bit like, and it's what YouTuber Headlines was saying, like, she is a brand. She has her own website. She has her own business. So when people then go onto her Instagram and she's having a go at people for questioning really simple things or going on about money or something like that, you know, or just explaining how she is as a person, it's really unprofessional. And I only say that, like, if you didn't have your own business or anything like that, yeah, maybe not, maybe it wouldn't be such a big thing, but because she has her own business, it's a bit strange. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of like big brands, if you go onto their websites, you know, they don't bring their anyway, whatever. I think this is just what happens when you are a social media influencer and you try and turn yourself into a brand. You have to act professional. I mean, like, people like Tara Henderson, like, I'm not the biggest fan of her either, but at least she's somewhat professional on her Instagram. A few posts recently which I've just been like, oh, for goodness sake. And I addressed some of this in my video I made on YouTube Mums. I addressed some of her Instagram stories there. If you're not a member of her website, you go on and you can look at the videos that she has, and straight away what I've noticed is, I noticed her testimony. First off, I noticed her testimony. The thing that really stood out to me is she says, I always struggle with balancing my message, you know, I don't want to be filtered, something a bit like that. And it's just like, what does that even mean? Because if you go onto her content that she posts on her thing, it's basically the same stuff that she was posting bar a finance Q&A, and most of it is just old content, like not brand new content. And then she also has some videos which she has on Love Meg that are also available on her Love Meg YouTube page. Do you see what I mean? It's extremely confusing. Once again, this brings me back to the thing with just be honest and just say, I just wanted to create a website for some extra income. Because as you're going to hear in a minute, they're always looking out for ways to earn more money. This financial Q&A was really quite something, and it was actually verging on completely tone deaf. And this is coming from someone who, I'd say financially we're middle of the road. We're not doing awfully, but we're not doing amazingly. This is someone who's very middle of the road, nowhere near the amount of income, the level of income, say, Love Meg has, very middle of the road. And I thought that, was it even financial advice? I don't even know. It was so tone deaf. It was so ridiculous. If this video was trying to give people financial advice, this is the worst advice you can ever give people, coming from someone who isn't a financial advisor. Go into it with an open mind, and instantly, within the very first couple of minutes, I was writing in my notes. I was just like, you can't say this. Like, you can't. I know it's behind a paywall, so technically, yeah, she can just say whatever she wants, but some of the stuff she was saying, like, it's not smart. It's not smart at all. And I don't know why anyone would ever go to them for financial advice. Yeah, they've made a lot of money, but they've made a lot of money off of the backs of having a social media following. Is that being an entrepreneur? I don't know. I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. I mean, she built her following from, you know, without her fans, she's nothing. She hasn't really created a product. She hasn't really created anything brand new and innovative. She just got very popular on YouTube. And then when she stopped becoming very popular, she then created a website. And yeah, she has sold some products which have mixed reviews apparently, but I wouldn't call that being an entrepreneur. And I think that is what she thinks she is. First point about this financial video, which is about 30 odd, I think it's 34 minutes long, so it's a very long one. And once again, I have 0 clips. I'm not going to show you any clips because I don't want to have this video taken down or like copyright strike. I'm not willing to get like my channel struck for the sake of making a video, do you know what I mean? Her financial video is actually under, because all of her videos are under categories. So this video is actually under the money category. It's just called money. That's it, like money apparently. And it's not finances either, it's money, which I don't think is a very like professional term to use, but that's probably me being quite nitpicky. So the very first thing that they said is they were explaining why they decided to make this video, and instantly Love Meg says, oh, well obviously we had to make this video because we know what we're talking about, because, you know, we now make 6 figures and we didn't used to make 6 figures. And it's like, just because you've all of a sudden come into a lot of money doesn't mean that you're necessarily able or even qualified to be able to then tell other people what they should be doing. And this video, they don't really make it clear whether or not it's a financial advice video or whether or not it's just them sharing their experiences. They kind of blur that line quite a bit. They're drifting in the middle, which makes it extremely hard to draw critique for it because they're not very clear as to what type of video it really is. Obviously, we do know what we're talking about, but the Meg just had to insert, and it's just like, I mean, you could win the lottery and get, you know, 6 figures a year, but that doesn't mean that you're qualified in teaching other people how to make money, if you see what I mean. Number one thing which they drone on and on and on and on and on about is that you have to be happy. In their words, you have to keep your vibes high. That is your number one tip, is to, in order to make money, you've got to be happy. Realize that like the majority of the world have to work jobs that they do not want to work in order to just pay their rent. No other perks, just pay their rent. Half the time, not even manage to do that and end up in debt. These people do not realize that. You have to keep your vibes high and then the money will just come to you, is essentially what they're saying, which is such bollocks. People who work these most often, you know, 12-hour a day labor kind of jobs don't have the time or the means to then try and be happy and work at something else that could make them more money. They do not have the time or the resources or the energy. So just saying to people, oh, just keep your vibes high and then you'll make more money is just so ludicrous to me. It's so ludicrous because the majority of people in this world are not working things, don't have jobs they don't even want to work, they just have to because they've got a family or they've got to pay their rent or they've got to look after their sick parents, all of these different things. Just keep your vibes high. What does that even mean? The number one, which is the bit that I first heard from YouTube headlines, was take vacations because vacations will make you happy, and if you're happy you'll make more money. I'm not joking. If I had to summarize what they were saying about vacations, that is what they were saying. In order for you to make money, you need to be happy. So you need to go away on vacations. They said that all their really good business ideas came to them when they were holidaying. The thing is that they weren't always able to do this either. They're speaking about it. They even said that, you know, we always used to look at people enviously when they were able to go away on holiday, going, when is it my turn? And you're telling other people to go away on holiday to make better business decisions. You not see that in order to go away on holiday, you need to have more money. There are people in this world who don't even have a passport because they physically cannot leave the country. I know quite a few people that have never left the UK because it's so expensive. It's expensive to even buy a passport, let alone, like, you know, it's like £100 just to get a passport. Like, there are people that don't even own a passport, and you're telling people go away on vacation. Some people can't afford to do that. Most people, it's an extremely luxury position to say, oh, well, you know, in order to make money, you've got to go away on vacations and then you're happier. Basically, how they keep their happiness is going away on holidays. It's basically it. It's never an intrinsic thing. It's always an extrinsic thing that makes them happy. It's always, we go away on holidays, or we buy this, or we do that. That you need to look within to make yourself happy. And they say, like, oh, when we were poor, the reason why we've done so well is because when we were poor, we were really, really happy. But then in the same breath, Love Meg says, oh, I always used to look at other people and go, when is it my turn? It's like, don't lie. You're just saying that to try and sound relatable. Being poor, like being dirt poor, is not fun. And for you to say, oh, we were just so happy with where we were, bollocks. Absolute bollocks. You're saying that because you must know deep down that there are people who are being scammed out of paying their money to you that are watching this going, we'll never be able to do that. And these people are watching you thinking of your example. You're not an example. You're telling people to go away on holiday. They also spend your money now and make it back later. There's always a way to make more money. Can we let that settle in for a second? The other thing that they said, you need to spend your money now because there'll always be more money later. These people are going to end up in serious amounts of debt, I swear. If their social media following runs dry, that's it. That is it. These people are insane. Spend it all now. It's literally what they're saying. They also don't save. This is another thing. They don't save their money. Instead of saving it, I think his name's Justin, the bloke, he invests his money. He says that you should always invest, never save. People who are living literally paycheck to paycheck cannot afford to invest their money, to essentially gamble their money away in a hope that it might get bigger. People, which I say these people because this is an extremely large percent of the population. It's something ridiculous. Like, I will Google that because I don't really want to, but it's a really insane number. And for them to say, oh, just spend your money, don't save it, you can always make it back later, and anything you do save, you need to invest it. To run that risk of putting, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, to then any money, even if it's like 50, 60 quid you've got at the end of the month, oh, I'm just going to invest it, I'm just going to pop it into an investment. You may never see that money ever again. It may just completely disappear. At least if you put it into a saving account, it might get bigger over time. Justin's like, no, it will never get bigger. And like, I know quite little about retirement funds, to be honest, but we do it differently, I think, than the US does it. So, and I know the majority of people who will watch this video will be from the US because it's Love Meg's a US person. So there's no point, you'll just be like, that's not completely true. And it's like, I don't know, because I'm obviously not American. Everything I've just said, how insane is that? Just saying, like, don't save your money, invest your money, but at the same time, spend all of your money because you can always make it back later. Only if you've got a social media presence and you can come up with new crappy products to try and flog to people. You can't just do that. You can't just say, oh, we'll make it back later. It's just bad financial advice. And this is coming from someone who knows zero about financial advice. Even I can smell it. It smells of bullshit is what it smells like. They believe that you can always make more money. This is not true. They do not understand how it works for a lot of people. They do not get it. Do not understand that you cannot just make more money. The idea, yeah, that sounds great, make more money, just work harder. Some people are not in that position to be able to do that. I'm not in that position to be able to be like, oh, I don't know, I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow and just find a way to make more money, because it's just not gonna happen. There are so many different things. You can't just tell people, oh, spend your money now because you can save it later, but don't really save it because you need to invest it. Like, oh God, that is awful advice. The best thing is they said, well, we're always looking for ways to make more money because it will make us happier. Literally what she said. We're always looking for ways to make more money because it will make us happier. And that is the real problem. They look for money because they think it's going to make them happier. They are obsessed. I didn't even realize, I used to say it in a past video saying that, oh, Love Meg's obsessed with money, until I saw this financial video. And I'm telling you right now, this woman and her husband are obsessed with making money. And any single thing she does after watching this video, after watching and hearing what she has to say and how she approaches money, the website, complete money grab. The spray, probably a complete money grab. Anything she does, she doesn't, and the way that she talks to people as well, the way she talks to her customers is so holier than thou. She thinks of people as a wallet. It's just how it's come across, because that thing, we're always looking for ways to make more money as it'll make us happier. But then goes on to say, oh, but going away on vacation makes us happy as well. It's extrinsic things. They're not happy. They don't seem very happy within, and they can go on and on about, oh, we're happy because we were happy dirt poor and now we're happy now. On her Instagram, it's just her just bassing other people, saying what kind of a person she is, and then watching this financial video saying, you know, money makes us more happy. Have a bit more money, it makes you happy, but she said it in such a way, it's just like, money does make you happier, but not everyone is looking, like always looking for ways to make more money. And they say that all the time. They're like, oh, we don't really budget because, well, they sort of budget, but then if they don't have enough money, they'll just make it up. They also said that on the vacation thing, they don't actually save to go away on vacation. They just spend the money and then make up the rest of the money the way on. And if you're doing that, you're either going to put yourself into debt, or you're scrabbling, trying your hardest to make money, not really caring who you're scamming, who you're conning, who you're tripping over in the process. That is how it comes across. And this financial video opened my eyes, opened them up. My eyes are wide open to what sort of people they are. Oh, hands down. Anyway, I cancelled my membership. I literally just wanted to go. Like, this may sound really, really petty, like why would you do that? But I always kind of wanted to watch this video, and to be honest with you, I could afford, like, I'm gonna say it right now, I could personally afford that, to pay £8 and then that be it. You know, I recently got paid by YouTube, invest some of that money into, I mean, I get paid a really small amount, but I can invest some of that money into this video. You know, that's the way I think about it. You're just putting a bit more money back into YouTube to make a video. So that's what I did. But don't get, like, there's nothing riveting on her website. There's nothing really new or innovative. The only thing that actually was of any interest to look at, bearing in mind I quite like watching like lifestyle content, and I used to make it a bit before trying to do a bit of commentary. I have my time for it, but what I just don't have my time for is, it's just, yeah, it was that. It was awful. It was a really bad video, and I just really, really sorry that I can't get to you the clips, but I just wanted to like tell you guys what I saw when I was watching that video. I'm gonna get inundated with loads of money, and it's exactly what she wants, but trust me, it was every bit as bad as how I just explained it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.